How's it going, everybody? My name's Christian, and today I'm going to be working on this, what I believe is an '05 Honda Rancher ES. This is a four-wheel drive electronic shift. I am trying to get this display out as it is damn near unreadable now. So starting by taking out the 3 screws. One's located here, here, and on the other side. What I'm actually using, I've seen a few people try to take the handlebars off and loosen them. I'm just using a little bit with a pair of pliers. They're not in there very tight. Just kind of jamming it in there alongside of the handlebar, and then using that to just kind of barely twist it. You can see I've got that one started. Oops, sorry about that. I'm gonna get it off and I'm gonna keep on going. All right, guys, so once you get those 3 screws out, this whole piece should be loose. I mean, your model might not be exactly the same, but close enough. So once you take that off, I'm not gonna undo my switch, but my ignition key. But the next step is to remove these 4 bolts. I believe that they are 10mm. We're gonna undo those now, and I'll be back in a second. All right, everybody, an update. Sorry that I'm not doing this in a moment. I don't have anybody to hold the camera for me. Ended up not being able to get a 10mm up under all these arms. This kind of this way to get at these front 2 10mm bolts. So what I did was these, there's 2 bolts right here that hold this bracket onto the steering column. They are a 12mm, so go ahead and just pop those out and get your 10mm ready. Also, I would advise that you spray these 4 bolts right here with penetrating oil. Let them sit for a bit. These 3 came off perfectly fine, no trouble, but this one right here was troublesome. This nut was spinning there. The entire bolt was spinning with the nut, because it's just a plastic insert that goes down into this plastic case. So I assumed the whole thing was spinning. The way I got around it was I just got me a pair of vice grips, held the washer, as you can see it's all mangled up, and then used my 10mm to spin the nut, so I got it off. So the next step is to remove this metal bracket and then undo these 4 little Phillips screws all the way around. As you can see, it's kind of difficult to do if you don't take that bracket off. So let me do that and I'll show you guys what's inside. All right, everybody, here's the bracket removed, and as you can see, what I was saying, looks like that nut was twisting around inside that plastic housing. I'll see what I can do about that. Anyways, there's a lot more than 4 screws. I was wrong. I think it's what, 6, 8 screws. Take them off, and then you have 9 if you count that one. So once you take the screws out, make sure you use a nice clean bit, and then push kind of hard on this. I know it's an uneven surface right here that I'm working on. Just don't strip any of these screws out. Take your time with these, because if you can't split this case, you're kind of dead in the water. So take your time, remove the bolts, and we'll crack it open. Okay, guys, be careful. Use a flathead screwdriver, and on the side you can kind of see those little cutouts right there. There should be 3 or 4 of them around the whole side. Split the case open, and this is what you should be left with. I'm actually going to try to replace my front cover, because you can see it is beat to hell. So I think it's about 150 bucks. We'll try it, see if we can find something. So anyways, next step is to remove these 3 screws right here. So I'm gonna do that and I'll update you guys. As you can see the damage to my screen, if I get the light in, you can kind of see a little bit. It doesn't look like that when you're driving it. It looks more like that when you're driving it, and I can't even see the gear shifter, so that's why this is getting replaced. All right, guys, same thing. I removed the 3 screws, and I'll show you what the back of the card looks like. Display, I should say. So it's got 2 connectors. Now, I was instructed to not wiggle them side to side. I was instructed to pull them straight out towards the center of the card. Quick and simple, and they should snap out. I'm actually going to take a paint marker before I do anything. I have a little Sharpie paint marker, and I'm going to put a dot on the side of the connector all the way across the whole thing, so that way they line up. So I know which side is up and down, just relative, so they go back in the same spot so it works correctly. I advise you guys do the same. All right, guys, and just like that, my card is out and ready to be shipped to who I'm going to repair it with. And as I said, I did put a index mark on the top of both of those, so I know that they line up with these marks. And he was correct. If you just kind of give a nice little tug, this way towards the center of the card, they will pop out. Do not wiggle them, especially these things do feel a little brittle, and they'll just pop out. So here you go, guys. I really hope this helps, and if you need any questions answered, just leave them in the comments. Thanks, guys.